No One Will Save You, ending explained. No One Will Save You, a film directed by Brian Duffield and written by Brian Duffield, has been generating a heavy amount of buzz for its unexpected ending and a unique format. Some will love this ending, and some will hate it. This sci-fi horror movie, made on a tiny budget, premiered on Hulu on September 22nd and has garnered mostly positive reviews despite its unconventional approach, featuring just one single line of dialogue. The narrative follows Brynn, portrayed by Caitlin Dever, a young woman struggling with the recent loss of her mother, who finds herself entangled in an otherworldly alien invasion. As mentioned earlier, the ending of No One Will Save You leaves plenty of room for interpretation. Before the events of the movie, Brynn's life was marked by persistent loneliness and grief, stemming from a traumatic childhood incident where she unintentionally caused the death of her best friend. Subsequently, she was shunned by her close-knit small-town community. When extraterrestrial invaders descend upon the town and relentlessly pursue her, it initially appears as though they have successfully captured her. However, the film's conclusion takes a startling turn. Following Brynn's capture by the alien invaders and a probing of her mind, they inexplicably release her. It becomes clear that they empathize with her and recognize their shared status as outsiders of the town, both misunderstood and treated as monsters by those who cannot comprehend them. This sudden shift in perspective renders Brynn non-threatening to the aliens, as they now see her as one of their own. Paradoxically, despite her release, the aliens proceed to invade her entire neighborhood, infecting the remaining townspeople with the alien parasite. Now, one might expect Brynn to harbor anxiety about living in this apocalyptic world. Yet, to everyone's surprise, Brynn appears content. The presence of alien parasites among her neighbours has an unforeseen effect. It makes them more courteous and considerate towards her. It's a world she genuinely longed for, even if the path to reach it was far from ordinary. While some may find this outcome shocking and worry about the potential expansion of the aliens to the rest of the world, it's vital to remember that No One Will Save You is Brynn's story. It's a very introspective look, not a global epic. The ending invites a myriad of interpretations, emphasizing one woman's personal journey and what's best for her, rather than the fate of the world. In an interview with Inverse, Brian Duffield, the film's director, provided insights into the meaning of the surprising conclusion of No One Will Save You. Although the ending is bleak and dark, it leaves Brynn in a state of happiness. Consequently, questions arise about whether this ending is in fact real or could be a product of Brynn's dreams. While Duffield acknowledges the diverse range of interpretations, he personally believes that the ending is real. He sees it as a testament to humanity's resilience and capacity to heal and rebuild after enduring tragic events. Here is his statement. As the director of No One Will Save You, I'm fascinated by the various interpretations of the ending. While some may perceive it as a dark conclusion, I view it as a powerful representation of the human spirit's ability to find solace and understanding in unexpected places. Brynn's journey, though unconventional, ultimately leads her to a world where she finally finds acceptance and happiness. Whether one sees it as real or a dream, the ending challenges us to consider the potential for healing and transformation even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges. For Brynn, it's not a delusion or anything. I love Brynn. I love her as a character and what she goes through, and I don't have the heart to be a douchebag. and she gets her kicked so hard in the movie that I wanted our girl to be okay. I think that's thematically what the movie is about for me. It's about how these life-altering things happen and then you have to rebuild and figure it out. I know some people have been like, oh, is she dead or dreaming or whatever? I think there's material there to suggest everything, but I think for Brynn as a character, it's a genuine experience that she's having. You can interpret it as a dream, especially because of where she is beforehand, but I don't know how much I believe you can heal in a dream. I like bleak horror endings, but I like Brynn more than those. I think every version of the ending, there isn't a definite element of bleakness to it, but I think for me, the important part of the ending is that Brynn is in a good place. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the ending of the film is indeed as previously described prior to Bryan Duffield's statements. She is captured by the alien invaders after suffering a horrendous onslaught of attacks. True nightmares. A range of nightmarish attacks which, I guess you could say, seemingly proved her worth in some regards and her resilience against the alien intruders. But those nightmares pale in comparison to what her life had been. Exhausted, removed from society, captured by the aliens, and they see her memories, they see her feelings. As she sheds a tear, she and they connect. They realise that she just simply is not a threat to them at all. She is as much an alien in that town as they are. Outsiders. A non-threatening outsider. Now obviously the aliens continue their invasion, and as we previously saw in the film, this is on a wide scale. But this isn't a global movie. That isn't the story at play. The story is just about Brynn and how she is affected by this alien invasion. Now living among these individuals, she's happy, content, no longer an outsider.